Hello, my name is Jessica Rice. I am the founder of Jessica Rice Coaching and the host of the Hello You Show. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about our past. I was thinking about my own journey into coaching and my career trajectory and how I even got here. And there were a few things that really occurred to me as I was in this mode of processing. And what struck me the most is that oftentimes we romanticize our past. We think fondly on old memories, old situations, things we did maybe before we were married or had children or before our career. And we think about those times, and sometimes we even wish that we could go back. While we're doing this, we're oftentimes forgetting the struggles that we faced during that time. We aren't really recollecting all of the various little pieces of our lives. We're only thinking about moments. And I think this is especially true when we're starting to consider where we want to move to next. Because as we think backwards, we're also thinking forward. When this occurs, I think it's really important that we start to gather all of the information about our journey, our story, and how we got to be where we are today. And just like history, when we watch a period drama, oftentimes they romanticize the facts about the past, but they omit certain key pieces, things that bring about the evolution of change and what was taking place during that time in conjunction with the story. And so when you're thinking and reflecting upon your past, really take a moment to recognize and honor the struggles, the challenges, the learnings that took place for you. Because even though we can think fondly about things that happened at one point in time, there was always a piece in there that we had to learn from or grow from. And that's the key. That's the golden nugget that when we start to put it all together, we can start to understand how we want to craft our future. History repeats itself unless we learn from it. And I think this is a very valuable point to take because if you aren't learning from any failures, mistakes, triggers, things that tend to step you up or, get you in a bind, then we have the potential to keep repeating similar types of behaviors and experiences. When we can learn from those, we can start to fill in the gaps. And a few key things to pay attention to are not only where did we mess up potentially, or where did we fall and then get back, get ourselves back up, but what was the motivator? What was the driving factor? Why did it happen? And what was our part that we played in it? Sometimes we can easily play the victim role in certain scenarios, but we always have a part to play. There's always some sort of mindset shift that had to take place as we learned from that experience. And had we not gone through that, would we be the same as we are today? What lesson did we learn from that situation? So many leaders that I work with are thinking about what's next in their trajectory. They're thinking about their legacy, the impact that they want to make. What's next for them in their career and after? What do they want to do beyond their career? How do they want to blossom and flourish in new ways, bring in different passions, purpose, and value? And it's really key and important that when we can think back, we are enabling ourselves to think forward so that we can fill in the gaps, understand our motivators, and hopefully circumvent some of the lessons that we've already learned. So if this is something that you've been thinking about and you've been curious what you want to do next, I encourage you, go to your past. Think about how you got to where you are today. What lessons took place for you? And how did you grow? What was the evolution of you? And what do you want that to be like for the next 5 years, 10 years down the road? How do you want to continue to evolve as a leader, as an individual, as a friend? What types of relationships do you want to continue to cultivate? And what types of boundaries do you want to put in place? It's really important that we start to think critically and deeply about our lives so that we can cultivate a path forward that is in alignment with our goals and our dreams. We all have them, and we've all continued forward in our careers in any trajectory that we've come across. There's been no right or wrong, it's just how it's been. And when we want to start to really curate that for ourselves in our lives, we have to start thinking about all of the various pieces that come into play. I think it's incredibly important to also recognize our motivators. What sparks our interests? What keeps us going? And what types of patterns do we notice? Certain behaviors. For myself, I noticed that I'm continually thrusting myself into challenging positions, things that I didn't plan for. And because of the thrill and the excitement of proving to myself that I could do something, oftentimes I found myself pursuing things that weren't really what I wanted for my trajectory. I simply did it because it meant that I could do it. And I think it's important to have those distinctions so that we understand if we are really going down the right path for the right reasons. Especially as we're growing in our lives and our careers, we have to be more careful with how we spend our time and be really deliberate about our intentions and where we put our focus. We can't say yes to everything. We can't pursue everything, but we can include the things that matter the most. What brings the most meaning and fulfillment into our lives, into our careers, the work that we do? That is developing your legacy. That is thinking about how you want to continue to evolve and grow as you move forward in your life. So if this is resonating for you, I'd love if you could reach out. Let me know, where is it that you're looking to go? And what types of questions come up for you as you're considering your own growth path and journey? How do you want to see yourself succeeding in the next 5, 10, 20 years? What kind of life do you want to be leading? Be deliberate. Think about your past, honor your growth, and understand yourself on a deeper level so that you can continue to improve and work on the things that are necessary and blossom in the areas that you succeed and have strengths. You can find me on social media at Jessica Rice Coaching, or you can email me at Jessica@JessicaRiceCoaching, or find me on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from you.